Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Evie, and today I'm going to share with you guys how I was able to thicken my locks, although I have very fine hair strands, okay? Alright, so when I started my locks, I was very worried about the course of my journey because literally like a month or two into my locks, I noticed that my locks began to thin out, and I was aware of a process where my locks would begin to bud and become fluffier and thicker during the duration of my lock journey. And so I was very worried and concerned, like, what is happening to my locks? It was very discouraging, but I did take to YouTube to come up with some research that will help me thicken my locks, although I have very, very fine hair. Here's what I found. Jamaican black castor oil and Haitian black castor oil will work miracles on your locks. Now, when I was a loose natural, I also used Jamaican black castor oil, and it made my hair grow super duper fast and super duper thick. Now, I used that same idea and brought it over to my journey, my lock journey, and I noticed the same effect. My hair has gotten thicker, it has gotten more voluminous, and it overall just made my experience, more palatable, because I tell you, I was really struggling with those thin locks and I didn't know how I was going to get through it. But Jamaican black castor oil definitely thickens up the strands. Now, what I would say, because I know that everyone's hair journey is different, I would say that you should try Jamaican black castor oil consistently for 1 month. Prior to you administering the Jamaican black castor oil, I would say to take a picture, document it, right? And then use Jamaican black castor. Be fair to yourself. Use the Jamaican black castor oil every day for 1 month. At the end of the 1 month, I want you to take a picture of your results and compare that first picture to that second picture. That is how you'll know whether or not this is something that you should continue on your journey. It has worked for me, and I have seen my hair grow at an exponential rate. So go ahead and try it, test it out for 1 month at least, because I know we are all different, but if it works within that 1 month, it's most likely going to help you along your journey. So aloe vera is my secret ingredient. I'm telling you, like, this is a magical plant that has worked wonders on my locks. Like, I think that this is one of the key factors right here, right? And I'll tell you a story how much I'm sure aloe vera grows hair. So I have this thing where I grow hair on the side of my face, on my jawline, and I had to get laser to remove it. And in my early laser days, right, I think I was like 3 laser appointments in, the hair was thinning, but it wasn't completely gone, right? I use aloe vera as a facial, and I tell you, within the next 2 days, the hair on my face, it was like it just completely went back to like day one. Like, I've never did a laser appointment, and I didn't use anything different except for that aloe vera. So I know that the properties inside of an aloe vera plant is very, very vital for hair growth. I've used it on my locks, and my locks have gotten thicker. So don't take that lightly. Aloe vera is definitely a key factor in growing hair. All right, last but not least, do not retwist often. I say that with emphasis because retwisting often can cause stress to your scalp, and that is the last thing you want to do if you are trying to grow thick locks. Now, if you have very fine hair, retwisting and over manipulating your scalp is going to make your hair, the hair pop from the follicles often. And when that happens, think about what they say about waxing. When you're popping, hair from the socket, it grows back thinner. And that is no different when you're dealing with your actual locks. You don't want to over manipulate your scalp. You do not want to make fine hair finer than what it already is. So keep your retwist to a minimum, maybe at most once every month or once every 2 months. I personally do not like to retwist often. I keep it to 2 or 3 times a year because I have very thin locks, like I said, and for me, retwisting more than that will result in thinner locks, and I don't have that many on my head already. So I want to make sure that the locks that I do have on my head are thicker locks. And so again, do not retwist often.
Alright, so not only are my locks super duper dusty in this footage, but my locks are also super duper thin, especially towards the ends. They look like little yarn pieces, like drooping and hanging from my hair. And so this is why, and this is when I went ahead to use those strategies that I mentioned earlier, and these were the results: thicker, much livelier, healthier looking locks. And so I would say try this method out and see how it works for you. I just want to thank you all for watching my video. Please like and subscribe, and if you have any additional tips on how to obtain thicker locks, please comment down below. Thank you for watching.